Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's me, Michelle. So today I'm going to show you guys how I use my faith planner, and I'll just do a quick flip through for anybody who has not seen it. I just have this black cover from Cloth and Paper. I have it on some classic size black disc. I do have all 12 months in here and dividers, but I don't have like anything really else with it, so all the stuff that I do have in here fits nicely. I do have another cover, again, to get the cover here. These covers are actually pretty thick, so you could actually just use one or the other. It wouldn't take up so much space on your disc if you were using it as your main planner. And then I just have this from Cloth and Paper, and I have some sticky notes here. This is Jane's Agenda in Cloth and Paper, and this is Infinite Lotus and on top of the Cloth and Paper here. And because January is over, I just put one of the red sticky notes up there. And just have the dates and holidays. This is Jane's Agenda, and these are Infinite Lotus. I just have these here if I want to take a quick note of something I read, or if I'm thinking about something to study or anything like that. I want to put the notes on here for that. So I just have this in here. And then this is Jane's Agenda, Cloth and Paper, Ollie Clip. These are Cloth and Paper. They came in sub box. You're gonna have all 12 months of these in here. And so for these, I don't actually use this page. So typically, I'll go to February. Typically, I'll just clip them together like I have it for February. And I just like to have a sticky note here to denote where I'm at for the month. So when we first get here, I don't really do too much decoration on here. As you see, I just have a little bit of washi tape, and really that's it. And I guess my sticky note could count as decoration. The way I use this planner is, scoot over so you can see, whatever verses that I'm supposed to read for the day, I write down the verses I'm reading for the day, and then I put like a blurb of what the chapters were about. I just try to make a really quick note. I'm not doing really anything in depth. It's more of a way for me to kind of get out what I've learned and what I've read, and to just keep a track of it. And then that's what I put in here. Very easy, very simple. Again, that's why I don't have a lot of stuff in here, because I really want all of my boxes for me to be able to write down the scriptures and write down what those scriptures said, or what is the main theme or whatever of the text is. So that's how I use the monthlies. In here I just have a list of people that I check on, and I just use this list. So that's what I keep here in the middle. So then when you get to this section, the way that I use this, and you'll see this kind of differently throughout the weeks, I just normally, to cover this, I typically put a bigger sticker here. Not always, but normally I do. I have been debating if I want to actually put like a weekly prayer list here, instead of putting a sticker there to use as nothing. But I do keep prayers, but I keep it in my my notebook that I use for my notes that I take in church. So that's why I typically won't have any prayers in here, but I have been thinking about it. So every day when I come in here to do my scripture writing, I'll see my prayers right here. That's what I've been thinking about. I'm not sure, but again, I do have my prayer list in my notebook where I take the church and I do my actual Bible study in. This is not Bible study. This is just, I read the scripture, here's what it says, and this is my scripture writing. And so here I used a book from Amazon. It was like a coastal book, so I used that here. And then I used a bunch of different, I have these artist pens here, not pens, but highlighters here. They're the double sided ones, so you get like the dot on this side, and then you get like this here. So I have used quite a few of these. I think this one might have been that right there. So I'll normally, like if I want to do smaller, I'll do that, and then I'll use this to do something along those lines. So that's what I do here. And I just I like the blue theme, and I try to bring out other colors and not just like a main color that kind of goes with, like this peak here goes there, and it matches this. The brown kind of matches the wood. So that's what I've done here. Oh. And here is Book Babe from Live Love Posh. And so I picked open a book, Open Your Mind, because, you know, you open the Bible, you can open your mind up to the things of God. And so I just have some stickers here. And I just really like the neutral colors. And I just used, again, my Tombow markers and these Artist Loft markers. And every once in a while, I'll also use mild liners if they're the color that I need for whatever I'm doing. But I do try to sometimes do something different just to make it look not the same. But if I'm rushing, I'll typically just write it out like this. Here is also from Live Love Posh. We were supposed to get the snow that we got the week after this week. So I did like Christmas themed stuff, like more wintry stuff. And this is from the winter book, I think from like a couple years ago. So I decided to just use that. I really like the decorations, the wreath, this flower here. I really like this flower. It's very pretty. And this doesn't even have to be wintry, but it was in the book with the same thing. And so I just bought out the greens, the blues, and this color I thought would match more of this, but I grabbed the wrong one. But it's fine because it still kind of matches this color a little bit in here, so it wasn't too far off. But I would have liked it not to be as bright, but I really still like how this one turned out as well. And so for this one, I used the Wrong was it January subscription box that she came out with, and so I used that here, and I just put the big curtain here and get some bags and some coffees and stuff because it's cold. So I figured, you know, use some of those things in here. And I was like, oh, I really like this. I don't drink coffee really, and I barely drink tea, but I did like how all this came out. The different color pinks, the neutral browns. This color here, I thought was going to be more of this color, but it came out different. But it doesn't bother me too much. And then here we're at the last week. I actually need to fill this out today, but this is what this looks like. And I just I had a very long week. It has been that's all I'm gonna say. I had to be out of town for my job, and so I took this with me. And so we were supposed to leave here, but because of the snow, we were in I want to say level 3, so I wound up getting extended, and I was still there into here. So then I had to come and try to finish up a bunch of other stuff, and then I wanted to get my house back in order from being gone. So I just did this very simple, but I still wanted to do my scripture writing. And so for I've already got next month clipped, set up, and ready to get a little bit of love in it too for my new scriptures. And I will just show you guys back here. Only thing back here is this envelope and this from Cloth and Paper. This has some red stickers in it, and this pen. Again, same cover, and then this. Alright, you guys, thank you for coming along on this journey. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Peace.